Do you find yourself standing at the bathroom mirror, tilting your head under the light, studying your hairline the way you pimples, checking the part, wondering if it has moved since last month or if you are imagining it? If that is you, stop what you are doing and listen carefully, because your hairline is not just retreating at random. It is trying to tell you something. The specific way your hair thins, the exact place it starts, the pattern it follows, is a message from inside your body. And here is what almost no one realizes. In a large number of cases, that pattern is not written in your genes at all. It is pointing at something your body is missing, a deficiency, something correctable. Today, I am going to show you the 4 hidden deficiencies your hairline may be revealing, how to read the signs on your own scalp, and exactly what to do about each one. Because the 4th one is the most common of all, and it is the one people treat last, after they have wasted a year on everything else. Stay with me, and your doctor has probably never walked you through this, not because they are hiding it, because appointments are too short. I'm Dr. Alan Brooks. I have spent 35 years as a board-certified dermatologist, focused on hair and scalp. And more than 10,000 patients have sat across my desk convinced their hair loss was simply their fate, handed down from a parent, nothing to be done. And for a good number of them, that was not the whole truth. When I looked closely at the pattern and then ran the right blood work, I kept finding the same thing: a gap, a missing nutrient, a level that had quietly dropped over the years while they blamed their genes. And the frustrating part is that these gaps are invisible on the surface until you know exactly what to look for. So that is what I am going to teach you today. How to read your own hairline, like I read a patient's, and what each sign is actually asking you to fix. This channel is where I say what I never have time to say in a 15-minute visit. Maybe you know the feeling I am describing. The photo from a family dinner where your eyes go straight to your scalp. The way certain lighting makes the thinning look worse, and you tell yourself it is just the angle. The quiet math you do every morning, comparing today to some version of yourself from a few years ago. I want you to hear this clearly. Paying attention to these changes is not vanity. Your hair is one of the most sensitive early warning systems your body has. When something is off inside, hair is often the first place it shows, because your body treats hair as non-essential and cuts its supply lines first in a shortage. So a changing hairline is not just a cosmetic worry. It can be one of the earliest, most visible clues that something inside needs attention. And unlike your genetics, a deficiency is something you can actually fix. So let me explain why your scalp works this way, because once you understand it, the 4 signs will make complete sense. Your hair follicles are among the most metabolically demanding structures in your entire body. They are constantly dividing, building, and producing, faster than almost any other tissue you have. That makes them incredibly hungry. They need a steady stream of specific raw materials to keep growing thick, pigmented, anchored hair. Now here is the key. Your body has a strict order of priorities. When a nutrient runs short, your heart, your brain, and your vital organs get first claim on whatever is available. Hair is at the very bottom of that list. It is a luxury, biologically speaking. So the moment a shortage begins, your body quietly pulls resources away from your follicles long before you would ever feel sick. That is why hair changes can appear months or even years before any other symptom of a deficiency shows up. Your scalp is the canary in the coal mine, and the specific nutrient that is missing tends to show itself in a specific pattern, because different nutrients feed different parts of the hair's life. One controls anchoring, one controls thickness, one controls pigment, one controls the growth signal itself. Read the pattern, and you can often read the shortage. Let me show you the 4. The first deficiency, and one of the most common I find, is iron. And the sign to look for is diffuse thinning, especially spreading across the top and the crown, along with more hair than usual coming out when you wash or brush. If you part your hair down the middle and the part looks wider than it did, if you can see more scalp through the top under bright light, iron is one of the first things I think of. Here is why iron matters so much. Iron carries oxygen in your blood, and it feeds a protein your follicles use to power the growth phase. When iron runs low, your body reroutes what little it has to your vital organs, and your follicles are starved of the oxygen they need to hold hairs in their growing phase. So they cut the growth phase short, and a wave of hairs shifts into shedding all at once. The mistake people make is only worrying about iron if they feel exhausted or look pale. Hair loss from low iron often shows up well before those classic symptoms, and it is especially common in women, in anyone who does not eat much red meat, and in older adults who absorb it less efficiently. The important thing here is that you do not guess and self-dose iron, because too much iron is genuinely dangerous. This is one to confirm with a simple blood test through your doctor, looking specifically at your iron stores, and then correct with their guidance through food or a supplement they recommend. The second deficiency shows up in a very different pattern. This is vitamin D, and the sign is thinning that is widespread, but often paired with hair that has become finer, weaker, and slower to grow back after it falls, sometimes with small patches that seem slow to recover. Vitamin D does something remarkable. It helps switch dormant follicles back on and start a new growth cycle. There are vitamin D receptors right inside the follicle, and when D is low, follicles can get stuck in their resting phase, unable to wake up and begin producing again. So instead of a sudden dramatic shed, you get a slow, creeping thinning and a scalp, where hair just does not seem to bounce back the way it used to. The mistake here is assuming you get enough sun. Most people, especially those who work indoors, live in northern climates, wear sunscreen, or have darker skin, run lower than they think, and it is one of the most common deficiencies I see across the board. Wait until we get to the fourth sign, because vitamin D and that final one very often travel together. And correcting only one while ignoring the other is why so many people get halfway results. Before I give you the third and fourth signs, do something for me right now. Go to a mirror or use your phone camera and honestly look at your own hairline and part. Then come back and tell me in the comments which pattern matches yours. Is it a widening part on top? Finer, weaker hair overall? Thinning at the temples? Or is it your eyebrows and lashes thinning too? And tell me your age. You will be amazed how many people describe the exact same thing you are seeing. The third deficiency is zinc, and this one has a signature almost no one recognizes until I point it out. With low zinc, you often see thinning at the hairline and temples, but here is the tell. The thinning is frequently accompanied by changes elsewhere: brittle nails with white spots or ridges, a dry or flaky scalp, and sometimes thinning of the outer edge of the eyebrows. When I see hair loss combined with those nail and eyebrow changes together, zinc jumps to the top of my list. Zinc is a master mineral for hair. It is essential for the protein building and tissue repair that follicles depend on, and it helps regulate the oil glands that keep your scalp healthy. It also plays a role in keeping DHT, the hormone that shrinks follicles, in check. When zinc is low, follicles cannot repair and rebuild properly. Oil balance goes haywire, and the scalp environment turns hostile. The mistake with zinc is twofold. People either never consider it, or they overdo it. And high-dose zinc taken carelessly can actually block your absorption of copper and create a whole new deficiency. So again, this is one to check and correct with your doctor, not to megadose on your own. Balance is everything with minerals. They work as a team, and flooding one starves another. And now the fourth deficiency, the most common of all, and the one people treat dead last after chasing everything else. This is protein. along with the specific amino acids and B vitamins your hair is literally built from. And the sign is hair that has become dull, thin, and lifeless across the board, that breaks easily, grows painfully slowly, and in some cases has started to lose its color, graying earlier than it should. Here is the thing people forget. Your hair is not some mysterious substance. It is almost entirely made of a protein called keratin. Hair is protein. Full stop. If your body does not have enough protein and the raw amino acid building blocks to assemble it, along with the B vitamins like biotin and B12 that run the assembly line, it simply cannot build strong hair. And remember the priority list. Protein goes to your muscles and organs first. Your hair gets the leftovers. So in a modern diet that is often high in processed carbohydrates and lower in quality protein than people assume, especially in older adults who eat less overall and absorb B12 less efficiently, the follicle is quietly starved of its core raw material. Let me tell you about Patricia, 62, a patient of mine who came in certain she was going bald like her mother, pointing at her thinning crown and her widening part with real fear in her eyes. Her hair was dull, slow-growing, and breaking. We ran her blood work. Her iron was borderline, her vitamin D was low, and her B12 was well under where it should be. And when I asked about her meals, she admitted she had drifted into tea and toast for most of them. Nothing was wrong with her genes. Her follicles were simply starving. We corrected the protein, added back the missing nutrients with her physician, and gave it time. At 6 months, she brought a photo of new growth filling in along the part. She had spent 2 years afraid of a fate that was actually a fixable shortage. The mistake with protein and B vitamins is assuming your diet is fine because you are not hungry. Feeling full and being properly nourished are two completely different things. Before I give you the exact plan, let me hand you one more tool that ties all 4 of these together, because it is the thing I use in my own exam room and almost no one at home knows to do it. The location of your thinning is itself a clue. Run your fingertips slowly over your scalp and pay attention to where the change is worst. If the thinning is concentrated on the very top and the crown, spreading outward as a widening part, that pattern leans toward the internal, nutrient-driven causes we have been discussing, iron and protein in particular, because those shortages tend to thin hair diffusely from the areas that need the most fuel. If instead the retreat is sharpest at the 2 front corners, the temples pulling back into an M shape, that pattern leans more heavily toward the hormonal side, DHT working on genetically sensitive follicles, though zinc and the overall scalp environment still play a supporting role. And if you notice the thinning is not just on your head at all, if the outer third of your eyebrows has faded, or your lashes seem sparser, that is a powerful signal pointing you toward zinc and, importantly, toward asking your doctor to check your thyroid. Because your thyroid gland quietly governs the growth cycle of every hair on your body, and when it drifts out of range, hair across the whole body thins in a way that mirrors these nutrient patterns. So before you assume anything, map your own scalp. Top and crown, front corners, or spreading beyond the scalp entirely. That map, combined with the 4 signs I just gave you, turns you from someone guessing into someone with a real question to bring to your doctor. So here is exactly what to do with all of this, step by step. First, do not diagnose yourself from a mirror and start swallowing supplements blindly, because with iron, zinc, and the fat-soluble vitamins, too much is genuinely harmful, and randomly dosing minerals can create brand new deficiencies. Instead, take what you have learned here and use it. Go to your doctor and ask specifically for blood work that checks your iron stores, your vitamin D level, your zinc, and your B12. And mention that you are experiencing hair thinning so they know why you are asking. That single specific request turns a rushed appointment into a useful one. Then, while you wait, you can safely support your hair through food, which never overdoses you. Build your plate around quality protein at every meal: eggs, fish, lean meat, beans, and lentils. Add iron-rich foods like spinach and red meat, paired with vitamin C to help you absorb them. Get zinc from pumpkin seeds, shellfish, and nuts, and get sensible sunlight along with fatty fish for vitamin D. 2 practical tips that make the difference. First, take a clear, dated photo of your hairline and part every 2 weeks under the same light, because nutrient-driven regrowth is slow and gradual, and your memory will swear nothing is happening when the photos say otherwise. Second, be patient in the right way, because correcting a deficiency does not regrow hair overnight. The follicle has to finish its current cycle and start a fresh, well-fed one, which brings us to the honest timeline. One thing, doctor to viewer, before you change anything based on this video. Everything I have described are possibilities and patterns, not a diagnosis, because many things can cause hair loss, and only proper evaluation and blood work can tell you what is actually happening in your body. Do not start high-dose supplements on your own, especially iron and zinc, because getting this wrong can genuinely harm you. And if your hair is falling out suddenly, in distinct round patches, or with any other symptoms like fatigue or changes in your skin, see your doctor promptly, because that deserves real attention. I'm a doctor, but I am not your doctor. Now, one last honest word, because this is where hope either holds or breaks. If your hair loss is being driven by a deficiency, and for a great many people at least part of it is, then you are not watching an unstoppable genetic sentence play out. You are looking at a shortage your body can recover from. But here is the timeline you have to respect. Once you correct the missing nutrient, the follicle still has to complete its current cycle and begin a new, properly nourished one. And that takes time. Expect the shedding to settle first, often within a couple of months. Expect the new hair to begin as fine, fragile regrowth somewhere around month 3 to 4. And expect the honest verdict, real visible density, somewhere between month 6 and month 12. The people who win are not the ones with the best genetics. They are the ones who found the real cause instead of guessing, fixed it at the source, and then had the patience to let their biology catch up. Because this was never only about hair. It is about learning to read the signals your own body is sending, understanding what it actually needs, and taking back control from a fate you were told was sealed. So go look at your hairline honestly tonight, book that blood work, and come back and tell me in the comments which of the 4 patterns matches what you see. Type your age too. I read every single one. Take care of yourself. I will see you in the next one.